My beloved, I know your heart is pure and your intentions are good, but there are moments in life when, out of impatience, fear, or misunderstanding, you make choices that are not in alignment with the divine plan I have laid out for you. I see your heartache as you strive to do right, but sometimes in your human struggle, you fail to see the bigger picture, and this causes a ripple effect that not only affects you but also your loved ones. I want you to pay close attention to the recent decision you made, the one that you thought would bring comfort or relief. You may have been guided by a sense of urgency or a deep desire to protect your family, but this choice, though made with love, has set in motion a chain of events that threatens the peace and unity within your household. It is not the first time that such decisions have been made out of a sense of personal worry or a desire to control outcomes, and yet every time the consequences are always the same: misunderstandings, strife, and sometimes even division. You see, my child, when you make decisions without seeking my guidance, when you move in haste or out of fear, you open doors that I have not meant for you to open. This recent choice, though well-intentioned, has done exactly that. It has opened a portal, a space for confusion, anger, and miscommunication to enter your home. The enemy is using this opportunity to sow discord and misunderstanding among those you love the most. The trouble that is coming your way is not a mere coincidence. It is a direct result of the energy you have unknowingly invited into your life. I know it was never your intention to bring harm, but by making this decision without my divine intervention, you have unknowingly allowed confusion to take root. You have allowed doubt and mistrust to begin festering in your relationships. And these things, my child, they grow in silence, in the spaces where communication is lacking, where hearts are not open to receiving the truth and love. The mistake, my dear one, was in trusting your own understanding rather than leaning on my wisdom. I understand the weight of your worries and the pressure you feel to protect those you love, but I need you to trust in me completely. Do you remember when I said, do not lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge me, and I will make your path straight? This is a call to surrender your will to mine, to let go of the urge to control outcomes and to rest in the assurance that I am with you. I see the entirety of the journey, the good and the bad, and I will guide you through every challenge with grace and love. You may not see it now, but this trouble, this strife that has begun to manifest in your home, is the result of a misalignment of your actions with my divine will. The path you chose, the decisions you made without seeking my guidance, are what allowed this darkness to find its way in. It's not about blaming you, my child, but about understanding that in every action there is a ripple. Each choice either brings you closer to me, to peace and understanding, or it distances you, even if it's just for a moment. And in that moment, the enemy can work. But fear not, my beloved. Even now my voice reaches you. Even now I am here to guide you back onto the path of peace and protection. There is a way to undo the damage, but it requires humility, patience, and a deep surrender to my will. I need you to first recognize the power of your words. In your haste, you may have spoken words that were harsh, or words that brought about misunderstanding. Perhaps you have acted in anger or frustration, thinking that it was the only way to protect what you love. But my child, words have power. They create and they destroy. They bind and they loose. What has been spoken cannot always be undone, but it can be redeemed. You must speak words of love, understanding, and peace. You must now reverse the curse of your own words by speaking my truth, the truth of healing, the truth of reconciliation, and the truth of forgiveness. The second step is to make amends with those you have hurt. If you have caused a rift within your family, if you have hurt the ones you love, now is the time to take responsibility. Humble yourself before them. Apologize from the depth of your heart, not because you are wrong in everything, but because you allowed the enemy a foothold through your own actions. Seek healing through reconciliation and ask for forgiveness. Let no pride stand in the way of healing your relationships. But most importantly, my beloved, you must seek me with all your heart. Go to me in prayer. Ask me to help you. Ask me to show you the way forward. I will provide the guidance you need. I will bring clarity to your heart so that you may make the right decisions moving forward. There is no shame in seeking me, no shame in turning to me when you are lost. I will never turn you away, for you are mine. Now, I want to address the fear that has been stirring in your heart. The fear that this trouble will become too much to bear, that the damage is too great, that your family will not recover from the discord that has entered your home. Know this, my beloved, with me. All things are possible. You are not alone in this. Even now, I am working behind the scenes to bring about healing. You must trust in my timing, for what may seem like a great trouble now will soon be a distant memory when I restore peace to your home. I understand the weight of your burdens, and I know that it feels like the walls are closing in on you. But I need you to remember this: I have not abandoned you. I have not left you to face this alone. You have a family that loves you, and though there are wounds now, they can heal. There is no wound too deep that my love cannot mend. There is no darkness too great that my light cannot overcome. So, my child, the solution is simple, yet profound. Seek my guidance in all things. Do not make decisions without consulting me first. Do not let fear guide your choices. And when you make a mistake, as we all do not be afraid to come to me for help. There is no shame in seeking my forgiveness, and there is no shame in asking for the wisdom to make things right. Take the time to listen to my voice, to discern my will in your life. You must be still and allow me to speak to you. The noise of the world, the demands of your family, and the worries of your heart may try to drown me out. But if you quiet your soul and seek me, you will hear my guidance clearly. I am here, and I will guide you, my child. My child, you are in a moment of learning, and in these moments of hardship, it is essential to understand the core reason behind the trials you are facing. These difficulties are not just to punish you or to cause you pain, but to bring you into a deeper understanding of my ways, of my will for your life. There is a crucial lesson in hearing my voice that you must learn, and I am here to teach you with love and patience what it truly means to listen to me. So many times in the midst of your daily struggles, you fail to hear my voice clearly. The noise of the world, the distractions, the pressures from life itself, all create a cacophony that drowns out the still, small voice of my guidance. You want to hear from me, you long for answers, yet you cannot hear because you have not cultivated the necessary stillness within your heart to truly listen. You see, my beloved, it is not that I am silent. I am speaking to you always, through the word, through the whisper of the wind, through the quiet moments in your life. But hearing my voice requires more than just a desire to hear. It requires a heart that is tuned to my frequency, a spirit that is open to receiving my guidance, even when it contradicts the desires of your flesh or the noise of the world. In your rush to solve problems, to fix situations, to make life better, you forget the importance of waiting for my word. You want quick answers, fast solutions, immediate comfort. But you see, the world does not work on your timeline. My plans are eternal, and they unfold with purpose and with wisdom. When you try to rush ahead of my timing, you create more confusion, more turmoil, because you are not waiting for the steady rhythm of my guidance. When I speak, it is not just to answer your questions, but to teach you to trust. Trust that I know what is best for you. Trust that I can see all things, past, present, and future. Trust that I have a purpose for every step you take, and that I will never lead you astray. But to truly trust me, you must learn to listen. And to listen, you must quiet the noise in your heart and mind. This world, with all its distractions, constantly pulls you away from my voice. Your own desires, your own thoughts, your fears and anxieties, these things create barriers between us. And when these barriers are up, it is difficult for you to hear what I am saying. But do not fear, my child, for I will teach you how to hear my voice clearly, how to tune out the distractions and focus on the peace that only I can provide. My child, hear me now. The first key to hearing my voice is stillness. You must learn to be still. The world has conditioned you to constantly move, to always be doing something, to never sit in quiet. But I tell you, my beloved, it is in stillness that you will find me. The Psalms say, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is not just the absence of movement, it is the quieting of your soul, the calming of your heart, and the surrender of your mind to my presence. You may say to yourself, "But I don't have time to be still. I have so many things to do, so many responsibilities." I understand the burdens you carry, my child, and I see how hard you work. But I ask you in love to consider this: is your striving truly bringing you peace? Is your endless busyness truly fulfilling your soul? Or is it merely creating more anxiety and pushing you farther away from the peace that I desire for you? In the stillness, my child, you will find clarity. In the quiet, I will speak to you. But you must make space for that stillness. You must make time in your day to be with me. This does not require long hours of contemplation, but simply moments of quiet surrender. Even in the midst of your busy life, there can be stillness. In the moments between tasks, in the moments before sleep, in the moments when you step outside and feel the breeze against your skin, these moments, if you make them sacred, can be opportunities to hear me. The second key to hearing my voice is obedience. You see, my beloved, hearing my word is not enough. To truly hear me, you must also obey. When you hear my guidance, it is not meant to be ignored or delayed. Every time I speak to you, it is with the intention that you will take action, that you will align yourself with my will. I know that sometimes when I speak to you, my words are difficult to follow. They challenge you to step outside your comfort zone, to do things that feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable. But I assure you, my beloved, that every command I give is for your good. It may not always seem easy, and it may not always make sense at first, but I am your Father, and I know what is best for you. Remember, my child, that obedience is an act of trust. When you hear my word and obey it, you are saying, "I trust you, Lord. I trust that your plan for me is better than my own plan." Even when my guidance seems to go against your desires or the world's standards, you must trust that I am leading you to something greater. Obedience to my word also requires patience. Often when I speak, you want immediate results. You expect instant change, instant answers, and instant blessings. But remember, my child, that I work in my own timing. My ways are not your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. I will not always give you immediate answers, but I will always be with you. I will always provide the strength you need to carry out my will, step by step, day by day. The third key to hearing my voice is humility. You must come to me with a heart that is humble, a heart that is open to receiving correction, a heart that is willing to admit when you are wrong. I know that pride can easily creep in, especially when things seem to be going well. But I tell you, my child, that pride will always cloud your ability to hear me clearly. When you are proud, when you believe you have all the answers, when you refuse to listen to anyone but yourself, you are closing the door to my guidance. You are allowing your own understanding to stand in the way of my wisdom. Humility is the recognition that you do not know everything, that you do not have all the answers. Humility is acknowledging that I am the source of all wisdom, and that without me you can do nothing. When you come to me with a humble heart, you are saying, Lord, I need you. I need your wisdom, your guidance, your strength. Without you, I am lost, and it is in that place of humility that I can speak to you most clearly, for you are willing to listen, to learn, and to grow. Finally, my child, the fourth key to hearing my voice is faith. Without faith, it is impossible to hear me. You must believe that I am speaking to you, that I am guiding you, even when you cannot see the results immediately. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. When you have faith, you trust that I am at work in your life, even when you cannot yet see the full picture. In order to hear my voice, you must trust that I am speaking to you, that I am guiding you in every moment. Even in the silence, when you feel alone, when you feel like I am distant, you must hold on to faith. My beloved, I have not left you. I have not forsaken you. I am always with you, and I am always speaking. But faith allows you to hear, to receive, and to trust. So, my child, I ask you now, will you make the choice to hear me? Will you choose to quiet the noise, to still your heart, and to listen for my voice? Will you choose to obey my guidance, even when it is hard? Will you come to me with humility, with faith, and with trust? I am here waiting for you to listen. I am here ready to guide you, ready to speak to you. And I promise you, my beloved, that when you choose to hear my voice, when you choose to follow my guidance, your life will be transformed. You will experience peace like never before. You will walk in the path I have set for you, and all that is meant for you will come to pass. My beloved child, as I conclude this message, I want to remind you of one of my promises from the book of Jeremiah. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. I want you to know, with all of your heart, that I have always had a plan for you. I have seen your struggles, your pain, and your doubts. I have seen how hard you've fought, how many times you've fallen, and how many times you've tried to rise again. You are never alone in your journey. My love surrounds you and my grace carries you. Every step you take, no matter how uncertain, is guided by me. Even when you feel lost, when you feel like the weight of the world is too much to bear, know that I am carrying you. I am walking beside you, holding your hand, whispering words of comfort into your heart. I understand the pain in your soul, the confusion, the feeling that you are not enough. But my child, I tell you this, you are enough. You are my beloved creation, made in my image, and I am proud of you. The world may try to tell you that you are not worthy, that you have failed, but I see you with eyes of love, eyes that see your potential, your strength, and your beauty. You are precious to me. I have watched you through every trial, every tear, every lonely moment. And I want you to know this, you are not forgotten. I am right here, and I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. Even in the most difficult moments when your heart feels heavy, I am with you, holding you close. My child, know that no matter what storm you face, no matter how many times you stumble, you are always mine. My arms are always open, waiting for you to come to me. I am your refuge and your strength, a very present help in times of trouble. Do not fear. Trust in me, for I will bring you through every trial, and I will lead you to the light on the other side. Your life, your journey is a beautiful story in my eyes. And though you may not always see it, I am writing it with love, with care, and with purpose. Walk with me, my child, and know that you are never alone. I love you with an everlasting love, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will ever separate you from my love. With all my love, your Heavenly Father. Amen.